Hi everybody, I thought it would be helpful to put some colour onto this subject and this dialogue that's going on between Ecclesia Law and Dan Needle. Now Dan Needle, as you may already know, has written a whole range of blogs talking about me, and basically what Dan Needle is saying in a nutshell is that Ian Clifford, that's me, is a sovereign citizen, free man on the land, practicing pseudo-law, and allegedly I am incompetent, and not only am I incompetent, but according to Dan Needle, he says that I am a tax fraudster, as he's recently recorded a video to that effect on the Stone, I think it's called something Stone YouTube channel, which is like an expose channel. Now, the reality is that my Clifford Protocol is 100% lawful. It is a lawful way of recouping abandoned credit. It is 100% in compliance with the IRS publication 1212. I've recently created this document here, which is the recoupment of signature credit. Will it bankrupt the United States Treasury? And after many exchanges with Dan Needle, I sent Dan Needle this document, which proves categorically how the Clifford Protocol works, how it's compliant with IRS publication 1212, step by step, how it all works, how our process works, that has taken me some years to develop. With a big team of people working with me, and also that the actual tax filings are not done by me, they're done by a professional, what's called an ERO, that's a electronic reporting officer, who is licensed by the IRS to make the tax filings. So this document here, which is also posted into this channel, is an A through Z of technical manual on how to do the filings, also whether it will bankrupt the Treasury, how much tax can be recouped, who can recoup it. Everything that you could ever want to know is in this document. And then if you go into Ecclesia Law, which is this, that's the trustee, sorry, let's go into Ecclesia Law. Let's go into Ecclesia Law here. Then the Ecclesia Law website will give you access to these reports. There's me as the author, and all of these reports here are talking about basically I'm using my technical abilities. Now, if I am practicing pseudo-law, then I actually write in here all about why I don't believe in it, why it's going to get you into trouble. Tax fraud filers, that's people like Simon Goldberg at Empower the People. People that use OPCA, that's basically pseudo-law. This section here, which is abandoned credit, this is my research papers all about the abandoned credit, how it all works, very deep research into it all. And this is what I've been doing for a long time. There's about 50 research papers for people to read. So if it's true what Dan Needle says, that I am a sovereign citizen, free man on the land, pseudo-law practitioner, why would I write all those research papers at Ecclesia Law? How is it that we had in 2025 600 million of recoupments confirmed by the IRS before it was sabotaged? How is it possible that all that could happen? And why would the electronic filing officer, who's not me, who's IRS professionally qualified to file tax returns, why would they file tax returns if there was no merit in them? And this document here, which I've also just published on Ecclesia Law and I've done a video on it on other channels, and I'll put that video here. This is the recoupment of signature credit. What is the process and how long does it take? I walk through the entire process here. So that's just a little bit of background. Now, Dan Needle, who used to be the head of tax at Clifford Chance, a Magic Circle UK law firm, he's put out about 12 blogs about me and my tax, my Clifford Protocol, my tax recoupment methodology, and claims it's fraud, and claims that he's going to write additional articles, expose articles, to expose apparently the fraud that I am engaged in. Well, actually, I don't do any tax filings. My role is to write the technical research papers for the likes of the ERO to use and to file the tax returns for the members of the Republic of Old Souls, which is a ministry that originates from the United States. I am the head minister, but I don't take any money from any of the envoys. I don't provide any administration services to any of the envoys or members of the Republic of Old Souls. My role is technical. My role is technical consultancy. My role is leadership of the Freedom Plan, which is our plan for our up to 100,000 members and envoys to create our own sovereign nation with its own independent infrastructure. But what I wanted to show you was some of the emails that have been sent from Ecclesia Law based upon my technical methodology that have gone to Dan Needle, explaining that we have the proof of the recoupments. I actually sent Dan Needle my own tax, wages and tax transcript, which he's received in one of the emails. It's attached. Then what happens is Dan Needle replies, and he keeps on saying, that Ecclesia Law, you have provided no evidence of a criminal referral. Well, there is a IRS criminal referral to do with the sabotage, Amy Sanger's sabotage. I've documented it. I've done videos, I've done interviews all about it. And he also says there's no evidence of the 3,000 claims, but it's all in the documents which has been sent to Dan Needle. He says there's zero evidence, etc., etc. So we Ecclesia Law keeps sending him the evidence in these emails. It keeps sending him documents, evidencing everything, and he keeps replying with, you don't send any evidence. And then ultimately he says the email account with Ecclesia Law's emails to him have been blocked. So that's how childish Dan Needle is. Now apparently he's threatening to publish another expose article claiming that what we're doing at the Republic of Old Souls is a tax fraud. Well, just to make it clear again, I don't do any tax filings. I write the technical papers, as you can see in the Ecclesia Law here. These are all the technical papers. I provide my technical ability to others. There is a professional tax filing license holder, Mr. WK, who files all the tax returns. We have a very large tax team working on behalf of the members and envoys of the Republic of Old Souls. I don't do any tax filings. I don't take any money from any members. So how I can be defrauding anyone is a complete mystery to me. If I don't take money from the members, from the envoys, and I don't actually do any tax filing, I just provide the technical research, how on earth can I be defrauding anybody when there's already been success with recoupment checks received in 2024 and 2025, and how is it we had 600 million of confirmed IRS recoupments in 2025, and how is it that many people have already had their recoupments received? If it's all a fraud, then how is it possible given what I've just said? Thank you for watching.